This news update is brought to you by...
So, I'm meeting Rico later. Gotta check in with the girls, but first, let me check my usage on the MyLime app. Now, what should I wear? Hashtag sexy. He's here.
Welcome to the Barbados Today Afternoon Update for Thursday, February 26, 2015. And thanks for joining us. I'm Frenella Wedderburn. Our top story: don't allow CLICO International Life Insurance Limited to be liquidated. That strong warning from the Barbados Investors and Policyholders Alliance to the Frondell Stewart administration following a meeting with members at the Hilton Hotel last night. BIPA, which was recently given the legal authority by the High Court to act on behalf of policyholders in future court proceedings, made it clear that the government must do all in its power to prevent the insurance company from winding up. And officials say the government must act by April 17. Our Emmanuel Joseph explains.
Chairperson of the Barbados Investors and Policyholders Alliance, June Fowler, told Barbados Today this morning that the meeting of policyholders declared a resounding no to the plans by the judicial manager to liquidate CLICO, which he says it intends to submit in its final recommendations to the High Court on April the 17th. Fowler is warning that if the government does not bring tangible evidence that the cabinet-approved plan was being put into action before April the 17th, CLICO will go into liquidation, and the government will be directly responsible for what she calls the devastation of the livelihoods of over 20,000 policyholders. In this connection, she referred to a recent quote by Prime Minister Frondell Stewart, which said, "He who commits injustice is ever made more wretched than he who suffers it," unquote. Fowler also said that if the government had taken the action detailed in the cabinet-approved restructuring plan, the policyholders will not be facing what she says is the catastrophic consequences of liquidation, which would likely result in less than 20 cents on the dollar for policyholders. Emmanuel Joseph for Barbados Today.
In other news, there is a call for the country's police force to be better equipped to fight crime. It comes from the Criminal Justice Research and Planning Unit following the release of its Police Customer Satisfaction Survey. With 5 homicides committed and 10 firearms removed from the streets so far this year, Kim Ramsey, the senior researcher at the unit, says the force needs full resources if it is to arrest crime.
Police working conditions also needs to be improved. Government may consider loans or funding from international organizations to assist in the rehabilitation of police stations. There's also the need for an increase in vehicles. The police therefore need to be equipped with the appropriate resources to effectively and efficiently carry out their mandate. Police need to place emphasis on the reckless acts on the road as a matter of priority. There needs to be training for all officers across the force. There also need training in customer relations and community policing techniques. There also needs to be diversity training for police officers as it relates to race and gender especially.
Meantime, Acting Attorney General Michael Lashley says his government is taking steps to tighten gun control laws in the country, which will see the Commissioner of Police getting more authority of the licensing of weapons.
This will then give the Commissioner of Police authority to ensure compliance with our international obligations. The amendment will also see the establishment of a firearms database to be held by the Commissioner of Police, where holders of all firearms in Barbados are mandated to allow the Commissioner to collect ballistic DNA. In addition, with all imported firearms, the Commissioner of Police will be authorized to take control of the weapon before it is passed to the consumer from a dealer. Thus, the Commissioner will become the overseer of guns coming into the island. Legislation is currently being drafted.
An elderly couple is Barbados's newest super millionaires, Elmer Jordan and his wife Joycelyn. Today collected a whopping $5.4 million after winning the February 10th Super Lotto jackpot. Mr. Jordan, who says he has been playing for years with the same numbers, says he's still the same man, although he is now a millionaire. and he and his wife have clear plans for their winnings.
I went to her, she was doing a bit of washing up, and I tell her, I'm going to be out. That's all I said.
And I didn't get your name, sorry.
Jocelyn.
Jocelyn, what did you say to him?
Oh, when he told me, I was so shocked. I knew like that. I had a stiff neck.
Congratulations to the two.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
It's time for AgriFest again. Come and enjoy the National Agricultural Exhibition on February 27th to March 1st at the historic Queen's Park. Over 300 exhibits on show, highlighting the theme, inclusive agriculture, strengthening linkages, creating synergies. AgriFest 2015, the biggest agricultural exhibition in the Caribbean. Don't miss it.
Secure your future, be financially strong. Since 1983, we have been there for you. A smart range of products, great tax benefits. We're the solution to your hopes and your dreams. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. Humble beginnings to smart loans, smart savings. Save smart and borrow smarter. That's the move for me. Stability, prosperity. We're the solution to your hopes and your dreams. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union.
In sports, West Indies skipper Jason Holder downplays Chris Gale's absence from training on the eve of the team's crucial World Cup match with South Africa at the Sydney Cricket Ground. Gale, who hit the highest ever individual World Cup score of 215, has been suffering from a chronic back problem. The Holder says the 35-year-old left-arm batsman was being nursed through the tournament to ensure that he was in the best possible shape to play. In news from the region in St. Lucia, there is a plea for residents to pay closer attention to water safety rules when going to the beach. It comes from members of the Voluntary Life-Saving Association following a spate of drownings over the Independence weekend.
The public awareness has to reach young people in particular that there are dangers that you can encounter while at sea, particularly because you're an island and we have the East Coast that's choppy at most of the time. On occasion, we'll have rough seas in the west, and that was typical of the last 2 weeks.
Anthony is advising anyone who does not know how to swim to make it a duty to learn the life-saving skill.
On the international scene, he's believed to be the world's most wanted man, often seen masked in videos posted by ISIS showing the beheadings of Western hostages. Today, he's been identified as Mohammed Mwazi from London, a Kuwaiti-born British man in his mid-20s. More in this report from CNN.
The man known as Jihadi John is Mohammed Mwazi. A close friend tells the Washington Post Mwazi is a British man from a well-off family in West London. Born in Kuwait, he's reportedly been in Syria since 2012. Mwazi's covered face and British accent became a symbol of the terror group just months earlier by taunting authorities in the videotaped murders.
That's the Barbados Today afternoon updates, but you can join us again this evening. Until then, remember you can log on to www.barbadostoday.bb, subscribe to our e-paper, email updates, or like us on Facebook. You can also catch us on Izumi Media in bus terminals or screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you. Also tune in to channel 101 on Lime TV, as well as Mix 96.9 FM to get all the latest news and sports. I'm Fernella Wedderburn, and to have a wonderful day.
This news update is brought to you by...
So, I'm meeting Rico later. Gotta check in with the girls, but first, let me check my usage on the MyLime app. Now, what should I wear? #sexy.